Number one, it gives you structure. Number two, it gives you an organized manner for training content we might throw out there. So during a week, you could run off and try to do this thing, and we'll help you when you get stuck.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Growth Media Marketing Series. People have been asking us, show me how to run my ads, show me how to set up my digital plumbing. So this is going to be really important because we're announcing office hours.
Yeah, it's not a course. It's not like a pre-recorded program or anything like that. It's actually live. And the nice thing about that is you get to ask real questions. You're going to get real answers from people like Nicole and I, right? And also through the community too, because obviously there'll be other business owners as well. And, this is going to be more set up as an opportunity for people to kind of just sit and listen if they want, right? Or to actually ask questions and get real answers to some things that they're maybe struggling with.
That makes a good point because a lot of times you're struggling with something and it's not like you can't go figure out what that is. A lot of us will be able to do it ourselves, right? That's just part of being a business owner. You go to YouTube, you go to this course or a trusted source of information and you watch some videos or observe some content and then you can go execute it yourself. And typically that works well, but sometimes the issue isn't the lack of information, it's just not knowing exactly what to do next. So sometimes there's missing pieces or there's updates to platforms, as we all know happens so often. And so there's a lot of things to do, but sometimes you're just missing that connection or that little piece of how do I implement this? And so having that guide to fall back on and go, hey, this is what I'm working on and I'm stuck here, is exactly where we want office hours to come in and help.
I think what most people fail to realize is that they don't have a marketing problem. I think a lot of it is they have like a systems problem. So because they don't have a routine or a checklist, things like that, to make sure that, everything they're doing is what they're supposed to be doing. And more importantly, you're able to track and figure out, hey, did this change actually have an effect? Something we talk about all the time is people flying blind. Part of why we're doing a lot of this stuff is because I think what most people are realizing is that, unfortunately, hiring a company is expensive, right? And, although I'm sure if you could, you would hire a marketing company to do all of this, but especially when you're not where you need to be income wise, right? Or maybe if you're just starting off, right? I think it was just a void, and we've been talking about this for months with a lot of different people that wanted us to kind of help out, but just couldn't swing it, right?
Wanting to do some advertising and then not being able to invest in that for one reason or another. And if that's you, right? If you are looking to run ads, or if you're fixing something on your website, or you don't know your website traffic, or if you are trying to set up an automation so that you're not chasing leads or that you're responding to leads faster, like all of these things they seem basic. Okay, I know I need to be doing these things for my business, or I don't know these numbers and I know it's important. I just don't know how to get this to show me what I need to know. If you connected with any one of those, that's exactly what office hours is going to do for you, is answer those questions in a real, tangible way. Very clear, concise information so that you can leave and do exactly what you need to do.
This is not for everybody. If you're the type of business owner that wants some magic pill or fairy dust to sprinkle over your business and magically overnight, you're going to get results. It's not never like that, by the way, right? No one has a secret. I want to make sure that, if you're feeling like that, don't even bother. The other thing too is if you're not willing to do the work, right? Why waste your time? You got to be able to take a lot of things that we're talking about and put it in action. If you're just looking for free motivational content, that's not it either. So again, I think one of my taglines are, let's get to work. But at the end of the day, we got to put in the work. So those are the people that we don't want in the group. Now, if you're the type of business owner that already has a business, if you want to have more consistent leads, if you're feeling overwhelmed by marketing advice, you're in the right place. I just wanted to make that distinct. This doesn't make sense for everybody. So I just wanted to let everyone know that that's who should be coming into this. People that are motivated, that want to grow their business and are serious.
You make a good point. It is not for everyone. Okay. So we did set up an application system where you apply and we'll be able to take a look at that and determine if this is a good fit for you. So if you're curious, but maybe not wanting to commit right away, fill out the application. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean that you're locked in. That sets up a conversation for you to have with us as we review and see if office hours is a good fit to get those questions answered.
Some of the other things that they're going to get if they come on board with office hours, besides the weekly, obviously, office hours, we're going to be giving them a community as well. So can you talk about that?
You are going to have access to a community with not only the replays for the weekly live meetings, but also for you to communicate and ask questions in that group, share anything that you're working on, get some guidance. And that is in this small group that we're creating for business owners. You're able to ask about all of those things and then have some real action steps after every session.
What it does is, number one, it gives you structure. Number two, it gives you an organized manner for videos or maybe some other training content we might throw out there. Most things that we do, we're probably going to have little checklists for you, just basic stuff that you can do or take with you. So during a week, you can run off and try to do these things. And if you have a question, you can pop back into the community, ask questions, and we'll help you when you get stuck. And then one of the other things too is if you do have questions coming up, right, for the following episode, you're able to submit it ahead of time and all the information will be right there for you. So some common questions I think that people have asked. Do you need to run ads already to join the office hours, Nicole?
Absolutely. You could be just starting. You may not even have a Meta business account set up. You're like, what is that even? So it could start from ground zero. And this is something that you could even ask in the community and have that set up before your first meeting with us, because it's very easy to do that. Here's the link. Here's where you sign up, right? And these are the things that we want to give you access to in a very easy way for you to be able to then implement.
What if I'm already running ads?
If you're already running ads, you can share your screen or submit a screen share beforehand and say, hey, here's my ad results. This is what I didn't get, or this is what I was hoping for. Where did I go wrong? And even in the live, if you're comfortable, you could share your screen and Tony and I can look that over and break it down for you and look at where that went wrong or maybe where it went right.
Now, is this kind of like a done for you setup like that some other people offer out there?
This particular program is not a done for you. It is an open conversation, what we're having right now, with some, again, actionable steps in a community, but you are in this group because you want to do it yourself. So you want to be able to not only learn the information so that you have that knowledge, but also so that you can implement it for your business. So you're taking the information and then you're going out to implement that.
Okay. So what type of industries do you guys work with?
Any and all. We work with service industries. We've worked with the wedding industry. Now, that doesn't mean you're all going to be doing the same things. And I think that's important to note that
some tweaks, right?
there are some tweaks, some recommendations that we would make based on that, but you can still get the information that you need, whether you're in the service industry or whether you're in the healthcare industry or whether you're in the wedding industry.
One of the other things that people will ask are, do you have to sign up for long term? Like, how does that work, Nicole?
I think that's one of the things that Tony from day one agreed on, is we were not going to be the type of agency that locked you into something. Everything that we do, whether it is the done for you or this program, is always month to month. If you're unhappy, you can bow out at any time. We are working for your business and we're working for you.
Once you get paid up front, you don't want to work. So, our biggest thing is like we have to earn your business every month, right? So that's why, like Nicole said, everything we do is a month-to-month basis, because at the end of the month we talk, and if we're providing what's expected, then we've earned your business for the next month. We continue from there. Now we make recommendations because certain things, require a little more time. We're calling this like a pilot program too, where as much as we've prepped for this and we have a lot of material, this is brand new. There's some development, so please bear with us on that. I think that's why we're also making it the price that it is.
It's not our done for you, and that's why it's affordable, because you want to be able to implement it yourself. So it's that one-on-one direction that you need. And when you invest in something, you're more likely to show up. So this is different this time around. You're investing in your business and you're investing in yourself. And if you can't afford $97 investment in your business,
that's the reality. But unfortunately, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to look at this knowing that they need help and say, oh my goodness, $97. Yeah, no, it's too expensive. It's just silly to me, because they'll spend all this money on a lot of different things that don't work. Well, listen, if you're not serious about your business, don't spend the money. Don't come on. I'll just be honest with you, because honestly, at the end of the day, we want results in the people in that community. We want wins for people. If you're not going to put the time effort in, don't even join. It's a collaboration. There's a lot of work between us and a client. Same thing with office hours or anything else that you do.
I can tell you that if you are in the service industry and you're running LSA and you're not getting the results and you don't understand why, you should invest in this program. If you are in the wedding industry and you've paid the knot and wedding wire and you haven't gotten
Oh,
results
yeah.
and you're thinking about running some paid ads and you're not sure where to start, this program is for you. If you are in the healthcare industry and you're struggling with some basic automations to have a calendar, have some follow up, this is a great start for you, right? These are all things that
Yeah.
super important for this low cost, $97 a month. You're talking about an hour a week investing that into your business.
It's funny. I'm just going to touch on just a little bit on the wedding industry. These people will spend five, six, as much as $2,800 on a bridal show, as an example, to get four brides. That money could go to something so different, and you can get instant results. But again, it's just the reality of it.
And you're
So
speaking from someone who was in the wedding industry and tried that. It's just the reality. Unfortunately, sometimes we do have to experience that for ourselves before we're willing to like, let me do this differently. So Tony could tell you, I could tell you, but we're happy to provide this for you when you're ready to try something different, to invest
ready.
in, because ultimately what this is doing is giving you the information so that you can implement this yourself. So
Yeah.
you're gaining the knowledge to be able to then go and do it. And if you decide to hire someone to do it for you, guess what? You still have the knowledge to go, that doesn't make sense. You're telling me you're running this ad, you're telling me this is the cost per lead, and I've gotten this many leads. This is not a successful ad. And I know that with confidence. And so that's the intention behind this.
You're going to get a lot of value, even if you just show up once in that month, guaranteed. You'll learn something that will make you money.
We hope to see you there.
If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please, leave a comment, reach out to us, DM us. The routine when it comes to any of those things. Let's get to work.